Hi, Brett here with another product that I want to highly recommend. In the past, I've talked about humidifying your instruments. You need to humidify your instruments. If you live in an area where it's cold and you need to turn on the heat, when that heat comes on, you need to start humidifying. And you say, I've never done that before. And I've had people tell me that. I've never done that before. And those same people eventually find out that their instrument is paid for it. Because what happens, even if you don't see it on the outside, when you don't humidify your instruments, the glue starts to dry on the inside and separate the wood. You start hearing creaks. You might even get a crack down the front of your instrument or on the back or side. So humidification is not a choice. You really need to humidify, whether you have a bunch of instruments or you just have one guitar or ukulele or something that you care about. You really need to humidify. And to be honest with you, humidifying is a pain in the neck. Uh, and that has gone away because of this new humidifier that I have found. And the ones I had on my page or have on my page, I still recommend. They're still good, but they are not near as convenient as what I've got right here. And I'll tell you a few things about this. One, there is no filter. On all the other humidifiers that I've ever used, you had to replace the filter every couple months, which was like another $8 every time you did that. Also, it was big, so you had these huge tanks that you had to carry, and because of the way that it drained, it would create a vacuum inside. And to get the lids off, a lot of times I had to put Vaseline around the edges or just get some kind of a rubber, something to grab on top of it, a rubber grip, and twist it off because it was so hard. There's nothing like that. This is basically like a bucket. So it's very easy to fill. It's very easy to, it takes less than a minute to fill the thing and to get it back in here. It's really easy. And the other thing is that it works better than anything I have ever used before. I've often struggled to get the humidity up, and I'll mention this later, above 45. And this one right now I'm looking at is 64, which that's a little high. I'm going to turn it down, but it's amazing how well this works. So I'm going to be putting this out, and it'll be on my recommended products page, but let's give you a quick walkthrough. So I put a wastebasket here. You can see it's about the size of a wastebasket, not very big at all. And here's what I love about this. It does have, it's not on yet. After I fill it, I'll turn it on. But let me show you this. You just take off the lid, pull this out, and this is all you fill. So it's like a bucket. You don't have any knobs to turn. There's no filters. You just simply fill this up to the fill line, put it back in, put the lid back on. So let's go do that. Close that. There's a little divot right here that lines up with a mark on the front. Right there. And if I looked, it would have been easier. So it just lines up right there. And then when you turn it on, it flashes and you have different settings here. And here's what amazes me. It should be 45 to 50, even higher. Right now it's 62 in here. And if you click this middle, that flashes twice, that shows it increases the humidity, and then that's full. And you see the vapor coming out of the top. We're going to turn it down just a little bit. The 1, And then you have other buttons that do different things where you can set it. You can put it on a timer, which I don't use. You can also set it for the max that you want and different features like that. But this is simply a great coat. I don't even know how to say it. It's KOIOS. And this not only does my room, my office, this will actually, it says it's for an office. This actually goes out into the kitchen, and you can feel the difference in the air temperature. And again, it's good as far as just even breathing. So, all right, so this will be on my recommended products page. I would give this 100% easy. And if you could go higher, I'd give it more than that. It's just, again, no filters. It's small. It's easy to fill. And it works amazingly well. And even with bigger ones, I've struggled to get it above 45. It just doesn't seem to put it out. And this one's at 64 already. And it's actually been off for a while. So this is actually the real time as far as humidification. So this will be on my recommended products page. And I highly recommend it. Again, it's small, it's easy to fill, no filters, and it just works really well. You just saw it click up another one. So, all right. I hope you enjoyed that review, and I'll give you a link to this product.